Welcome to Call of Duty Black Ops 67. I load into the campaign and am instantly greeted with an air-to-ground missile striking a school. It's fine though, as Saddam Hussein's step-nephew is in biology class right now, so it's a tactical masterclass. Just kidding, we strike a convoy. Suddenly I'm boots on the ground, ready to clean up. Soldiers half dead from the initial strike stumble out of their vehicles, wounded and disorientated. I proceed to make sure that they will all be having closed casket funerals. I begin shooting everyone, and the game tells me about the new side-to-side sprinting feature. Wow, this is true gaming innovation. Somebody get these developers a job at Apple so they can remove another useful port from the iPhone and sell it to me for more. We find the guy we're here to capture, and he tries to kill me, which is a bit of a red flag. Another convoy arrives, so we'll have to sneak past lots of enemies, so we give the guy who just tried to kill me a gun and ask him nicely not to betray us. That's like asking a hooker, if you hit raw, will you catch anything? They always say no, but 3 weeks later it's that scene from Lord of the Rings where Smeagol jumps into the fiery pits of Mordor every time you take a leak. The squad has to get out of the desert, which means we'll have to play it smart. We proceed to walk through a huge ravine. Any military professional knows you should always take the low ground, preferably with high ground either side of you. We get ambushed, but it's okay because our aggressors are dog water at head glitching. I whip out a remotely detonated RCXD car to save the day, but it gets shot immediately and I kill the entire gang with the explosion. A message appears on the screen saying, "Death is but a temporary setback." Now I objectively disagree with that statement. I believe you can recover from many things, but being blown into tiny pieces by a remote-controlled car is a hard one to bounce back from. We slide down a hill, and then we're like, "Hey boss, here's that high-value hostage you wanted." He proceeds to shoot him in the head for reasons I'm not going to pretend to understand. A cue epic Call of Duty chase scene where I make modern gunships look like clay pigeons as I shoot them out of the sky with ease from the back of a swerving Jeep. The pace doesn't slow down as we transition to an epic office conversation discussing what just happened. Black guy, paraplegic, and a woman. Hitting the diversity quota in one cutscene is quite impressive. We decide we need to take our operation off-grid. The rapid transitions don't stop as the gang and I travel to an isolated estate so we can film a trapped in a spooky mansion for 24 hours challenge. I've always said the Call of Duty franchise needs less AK-47s and terrorists and more exploring of old creepy houses. I have a look around. Tissues next to the bed. When my girl goes away for a trip and comes back and there's a tissue box next to the bed, she always knows exactly what I've been up to. Watching The Notebook on repeat. This is our new base of operations. My mate is like, "Alright, I'm off, see you later, champ." He proceeds to just leave me here. He hops into his bright yellow van. Look, I'm no undercover expert, but maybe white or grey would have been a little bit less obnoxious. We've come all the way out here to hide in the woods, but bro's made sure his car is visible from space. I check his reflexes, and he reverses into me and I die, but it's okay as death is only a temporary setback. I head back inside, and this guy is just anonymously playing with a hunting knife. He's got a real serial killer aura. I guess if he gets hostile, I can just briskly walk away or go upstairs. I prepare for my next mission. We're in a small town and I'm here to assassinate this big girl known as Yannick. There are guards everywhere, so I gracefully swan dive into the canal and begin swimming underwater. These old European settlements often don't have modern sewerage systems, they just dump it straight into the aqueducts. Hepatitis A is a small price to pay for a sneaky entrance, and sneaky I am. I begin eliminating guards via throwing knives to their legs. The only thing more deadly than a Call of Duty throwing knife to the leg is being an unborn fetus inside a woman with short blue hair. I climb to the top of the church where my friend has left a sniper rifle for me. They climbed all the way up here, why didn't they just take the shot? I zoom in to observe the most family-friendly party I've ever seen in my entire life. My dinosaur-themed 12th birthday bash had more cocaine and topless chicks than this billionaire's Christian-ass yacht party. Everyone's dancing like 1 meter apart, but then I see him. This assassination job has been double booked. It's Agent 47 and he is looking fantastic. I take the shot and Yannick's brains get sprayed everywhere, completing the contract. The guards collapse on my position as I'm trapped on the church roof like a suicidal priest whose browser history just got leaked. I open the settings and turn my sensitivity to 1,000,000 and then attempt to execute a trick shot that would make even my mate Mario proud. You fell to your death. Wow, thank you game, I thought I died from COVID. Back to the mansion and I'm having a deep and meaningful conversation with my boy. We're just talking about guy stuff. Beer, boobs, the deep meaningful message of the 2004 romantic comedy The Notebook, football. I then talk to Kevin and he says, bro, this manor is 4 stories high and there are no wheelchair ramps. I'm like, don't worry, King, I'm picking up exactly what you're putting down. I proceed to install a weapons workbench so that Kevin can add silencers and grips to his guns. Our next mission takes us to a Bill Clinton political rally. At a Trump rally, you might see someone get shot in the ear, but at a Clinton rally, you're more likely to see a woman get shot in the eye with Bill's load. He was a randy lad, there's no doubt about it. What does Bill tell Hillary after sex? Hey babe, that was amazing. I'll be home in 25 minutes. Jokes aside, Bill Clinton was quite an accomplished president and respected even here in Australia. He's responsible for the longest economic expansion in US history. He created 22 million jobs and reduced unemployment to 4%, all while deep inside an Eastern European prostitute. I enter the venue and a woman approaches me, not to compliment my suit, just to tell me there's people here who want to kill me. God forbid she lets me enjoy this mixer without constantly looking over my shoulder. I sit down and talk to my contact who says I need to get a photo of this politician's eye so that we can use it to trick a retina scanner and access a secret government vault. I'm almost certain that's not how high-tech CIA retina scanners work, but I love her energy. I walk around the event with my camera gathering evidence. The good thing about being in the same room as Bill Clinton is that you could take your pants off and aggressively grope a waitress and still be considered a stand-up guy. I need to blackmail the politician, and as luck would have it, he made a sex tape that is currently in this car. This car looks exactly like my first ever car, which I had my fair share of sex in. And by fair share of sex, I mean I smoked a lot of bongs with my male friends. I grab the sex tape, absolutely ruin some poor valet's day, and then begin Operation Blackmail. I hit up the wife and tell her I've got the tape that I will release if she doesn't let me take a photo of her husband's eye. That's honestly more suspicious than asking for money. First though, the wife wants to confront the little minx who he made the tape with to prove she's the alpha lioness. I totally get it. Mark your territory. Give her a mouthful and then send her away with her tail between her legs. Or stab her with a syringe and drug her and then have your henchman drag the barely conscious secretary away into the darkness. Probably warrants a follow-up as we're the good guys here, but instead I line up the perfect shot and snap a photo of the husband's hazelnut iris. We zipline down to the government black site, which is conveniently right below the Clinton convention. Maybe he can host his next fundraiser above a nuclear launch facility. The moment of truth. Will the photo of the eye work? And yes, of course it does. This CIA vault is less secure than pre-9/11 airports. I head inside and there's been a massacre. It seems some militia group has infiltrated the vault before us. I take out a few guards with my silenced weapon and then get to the real reason why I spent $400 on the deluxe platinum Cold War limited edition agent bundle pack. So that I could do number wordles. That doesn't really make sense. I guess you would call them numberals. My mum would love this game. We find the guy we're here to rescue, and it's this bloke again who killed our hostage in the desert. Find yourself a woman who loves you as much as this guy loves shooting unarmed people in the head. Bro would flourish in the Taliban, he really picked the wrong side. We escape back out of the vault, killing hundreds of highly trained soldiers on our way. There are a few CIA government workers left, but they keep jumping out suddenly, catching me off guard, and unfortunately get caught in the crossfire as collateral damage. We shoot our way back to the convention hall and then find our getaway plan. Dirt bikes with American flags painted on them. I'm about to ride out of here in the most patriotic, epic way possible. But what's the only thing cooler than riding a dirt bike out of a convention center as dozens of soldiers shoot at you? That's right, riding bitch while someone else rides out of a convention center while you platonically hold their shoulders. Not their waist. Even though holding the waist is far safer, we are both men and that would be ridiculous. If I hold his waist, we might as well get legally married and adopt a couple of kids. Speaking of growing the family, our spooky share house continues to grow with each new member more diverse than the last. I decide this is the perfect time to play my annual match of Call of Duty multiplayer. I load in and get ready to game. Blood pumping through every vein in my body. Yes, every vein. I charge into battle like a Mongolian 12th century horse archer, hoping to impress Genghis Khan so I can cop some of the big dog's sloppy seconds. I violently die. I run that same route, eager to learn from my mistake, and I die. I proceed to charge in again, ready to play the objective with my pals, and a Semtex grenade explodes and I die. I hear an enemy stomping around, so I pre-ADS and spray absolutely everywhere, failing to secure the kill, and I die. I realize I'm playing the game all wrong. I sit up straight in my $1,600 gaming chair, smash a glass of fresh chilled water, channel my inner teenage sweat lord, and begin ignoring the objective. Instead, I camp my little dick off, racking up kills with ease. I'm not even above full-blown corner camping if it means getting an inch closer to that juicy kill streak. The sweat doesn't stop there though. On the rare occasion I decide to leave my sanctuary, I drop shot my way to a better future. Nothing makes me feel dirtier than drop shotting, and that's coming from a guy who watches some pretty dirty films. Last week I watched the full uncut extended director's version of The Notebook, which includes excessive premarital handholding. I begin unlocking kill streaks and firing my guided rockets at the enemy, securing multi-kill after multi-kill. I wouldn't be surprised if the Australian military slides into my DMs with an official drone pilot offer after seeing this clinical display. We win convincingly. And by win convincingly, I mean right after the match, I book a session with my clinical psychologist so I can point at a doll and show her all the places where the enemy team touched me. The real reason I buy Black Ops games: Call of Duty Zombies. I assemble a squad of the finest gamers in the oceanic circuit: Stealtho Fieldo, Stealtho Robbo, and Stealtho Simo. We prepare to take on Liberty Falls. A fair few of you ask for updates on the Stealtho boys, so here's a quick recap. Here's us at Stealtho Simo's Bucks party a couple of months ago. Here's us at his wedding last week. Here's us post-workout showing off our signature Stealtho pump. A few rounds in, and we all enjoy the immensely satisfying process of stacking zombies up and shooting them in the head. We get to hit the mystery box, which brings back fond high school memories of where my gambling addiction started. Simo says he's only got time for one game as he's having dinner at his girl's place with her parents, which is really nice. Round 34, 3.5 hours later, and I'm mag dumping near invincible zombies with a fluorescent pink and lime green triple pack-a-punched LMG as I run from giant mutated abominations while screaming and giggling like a schoolgirl. I hope you've all been well. Check out my other channel, Papa Pelly. If you enjoyed this video, hit like. I love you.